job, Doug.
Out of Overland Park, Kansas, and he may want to take the...
Meet ButterBean, a powerhouse weighing in at a whopping 300 pounds. With his raw strength, he's become famous for his knockout punches in both MMA kickboxing and boxing.
Listen to this crowd reaction. As Eric S.
ButterBean's left a path of destruction in the ring, and today we've got an electrifying lineup of his top 10 bone-chilling knockouts in the boxing world.
Best punch of the fight. At the end of the round, he's separating the fighters. Freeze cannot protect themselves at all times the way fighters do it.
Peter McNeely, the boxer who famously went toe-to-toe with Mike Tyson right after Tyson's release from prison, gained notoriety for enduring a knockout in the very first round.
The king of the 4-rounders, ButterBean. Is this too risky for him to be fighting under these circumstances? It certainly is. He had a long time.
As soon as the bell rings, ButterBean dives right in, wasting no time in getting into the action against McNeely. The fight swiftly turns into a strategic showdown as both fighters strive to find their rhythm in the ring.
Much more likable. Oh, he missed with the right.
ButterBean cleverly feints with a right hook, deliberately missing his target, setting the stage for a wild combination of punches to follow.
Do something, but a little bit of money went on McNeely.
Oh, a right hand by ButterBean.
From that moment on, it's like a game of hunter and prey, with both fighters trying to outwit each other. Just seconds before the round ends, the referee intervenes, halting the fight.
McNeely ready to go, and that's it. 4-rounders, ButterBean.
Doug Norris may share a surname with the legendary Chuck Norris, but they're not related. However, Doug stands out with his impressive physique, which contrasts with ButterBean's. This highlights Doug's dedication to maintaining a strict diet and building muscle mass.
Finals twice before being bested there, and you'd have to fight 4 times in one.
Norris's straight punches effectively kept ButterBean at bay, preventing him from landing his own punches as successfully. However, as the bout progressed, it turned into a slugfest, with Norris showing some impressive skills. Although he might have lost the round, Norris held his ground admirably. Who knows, maybe there's a bit of Chuck's spirit in him after all. Encouraged by his own bravery, Norris enters the second round with determination. However, his courage is short-lived as he is caught by a devastating blow from ButterBean.
Well, it's wild now, folks, and there goes Doug Norris.
The finishing move leaves Norris motionless, showcasing ButterBean's dominance and effectively highlighting the superiority of his fighting style over Norris's bodybuilding physique.
ButterBean, масляный боб.
After triumphing over Norris, ButterBean gears up to celebrate his 10th anniversary in the ring with a match against his twin brother, Paul Springer. Paul's troubling habit of sending inappropriate pictures to young females under Eric's name has caused a lot of trouble, and it's time to end the chaos. Despite Paul's attempt to clinch and use his weight advantage against Eric, which is already a strange twist, he finds himself knocked unconscious on the canvas just 47 seconds into the first round. Two powerful hooks, timed perfectly as Paul enters the clinch, decisively conclude the fight, leaving no doubt about the outcome.
Jackson.
Standing at an imposing 6'5", with a record of 1 victory and 1 loss, Pat Jackson presents a formidable challenge for ButterBean.
Crowd support for ButterBean, as you heard.
Although Pat Jackson's size makes it difficult for Eric to target his opponent's head, he adapts by redirecting his shots towards Jackson's body.
Exactly. He is a candidate for early retirement in this fight.
By the third round, Pat is exhausted, doing everything in his power to avoid Eric's blows.
Best punch of the fight. At the end of the round, he's separating the fighters.
Just as the round concludes, ButterBean throws a powerful punch, inadvertently hitting the referee and knocking him out. Witnessing the sheer force of ButterBean, the king of the 4-rounders, Jackson decides not to continue, granting ButterBean another victory.
This one, he certainly should. I don't think that Terry Wood would have been too close.
Keep your hands up. Have a good fight. Step back.
By this time, Eric has already earned the title of IBA champion in the super heavyweight division.
This time a lot more cautiously.
And Eaton earned an awful lot of confidence.
Determined to settle their unfinished business, he faces Billy Eaton once again. Their previous encounter ended in a draw, with Billy being the first fighter to pose a real threat to Eric in the ring.
ButterBean looks very sluggish to me right.
As the second match begins, Billy takes the lead with his lightning-quick straight left.
Again, you can just see Eaton just...
Although the fight seems to be going in Billy's favor in the eyes of the judges, Eric remains unfazed. He knows that a single well-placed shot can determine the outcome of the match.
His fight, though, Eaton should continue.
While Eric lands several punches, they aren't enough to definitively call the fight in his favor. However, in the third round, Billy employs the ropes and dope style, reminiscent of Muhammad Ali. Eric stays calm and composed, delivering the necessary blows to end the fight prematurely and successfully defend his title. Yet it comes at the expense of his opponent's well-being. Despite this, Eric achieves his goal by knocking out his enemy with powerful blows.
Bean. Target practice. Now it's all.
82 punches landed from Eaton, connected.
In the year 2000, ButterBean faces one of his most challenging opponents yet, George Lindberger, known as the Terminator. George, resembling an Albanian mafia leader, shares a love for putting opponents to sleep. The expectations for an intense battle between these two forceful fighters are high. However, the fight begins, and within moments, the gang leader finds himself knocked out.
Well, ultimately, of course, he's fighting.
Undeterred, ButterBean dismisses any concerns, proclaiming that others' expectations are not his problem. With a precise shot, he ends the fight swiftly a mere 19 seconds after it began. The anticipated war between them never materializes.
Belly closer than the head, too.
It's 2004, and ButterBean was still getting paid to smack people in the face. Rodney Phillips becomes his next target, boasting a record of 7 wins and 16 losses, clearly indicating he is intended to be prey for the king. May realizes the magnitude of his decision to step into the ring with ButterBean after launching his most devastating bombs at Eric hesitation looms in Rodney's mind, and ButterBean masterfully demonstrates why people should fear getting too close. It's the iconic right overhand that propels Rodney's head through the air, earning Eric the 51st knockout of his career.
Closer than the head, too. He's not a boxer at all. Vinny Pazienza, the special guest referee.
The complete mismatch during the peak of wrestling's popularity. WrestleMania organizers attempted to incorporate real fights into their spectacle, resulting in genuine boxing matches. Professional wrestler Bart Gunn finds himself pitted against the legend, the big man himself, ButterBean, in mere moments. ButterBean's first punch connects with Bart's face, leaving him disoriented and falling to the ground.
27 seconds left. There's the right hand, folks. It's over. Goodbye. It's over. The knockout of Bart Gunn.
Though Bart manages to rise by the count of 9, he soon suffers a brutal knockout within the next 5 seconds, succumbing to 300 pounds of sheer power from ButterBean. That night, the pro wrestler learned the hard way not to mess with the wrong guy.